Hey everybody! Welcome back, Northernlion, Dead Souls, Dead Cells, sorry, slip of the tongue from software. Don't sue them, please. We're low on cash, actually, because we had 2 deaths in the last episode, which milled us down a little bit, but, I know we got lightning bolts. It's okay, just get that off the screen there. I don't like the Impaler as far as weapons go, but I'll be the first to tell you I may be incorrect. The last episode didn't go that well. But I think it's because I deviated from my standard setup. You know, I deviated from what I knew felt like it was working, at least. So we're gonna try to get back to normalcy here. I really do feel like we're on the verge of having a chance to beat the Watcher. I am comforted by the fact that, like, basically everybody I talk to goes, oh yeah, the Watcher's like a total dick. Hello. Alright, I will get it after this video. No problem. Alright. Weapon damage increased right off the bat. Nothing wrong with that. I do like the guaranteed crits. The problem is, I really love the elemental damage synergies, and I might be a little off base here, but I love the elemental damage synergies because they're more reproducible. There's not always going to be walls around. Not every enemy has, you know, a backside. So it's not always easy for us to guarantee that we're going to be able to hit an enemy in the way they can guarantee a crit. Obviously, with the rapier, you can do so, but it only gets 1 guaranteed crit now, I believe, at least. I don't really want a force field, to be honest with you, even if it does throw a grenade. So I prefer to have the ability to basically just do guaranteed damage based on whatever upgrades elementally we can get. But for now, usually on the first floor, you don't have too much of an opportunity to spec into any particular category. Instead, you're just like, you know, trying to make your way in the world today. Takes everything you got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Can we please get a fire grenade? Okay, let's take a look here. I don't really love lifesteal. Enemies burn when they die. And an assassin's dagger with a critical hit, which is when you hit him in the backside. Flammable oil, burn when you die. I think I'd like to replace the lightning bolt. But with what? Maybe we'll just keep it simple for now. I don't necessarily think any of this stuff appeals to me more than my primary weapon right now. Not because I think the primary weapon is particularly strong, but because I'm just not that into what else we got going on here. Ooh, big miss, big miss. Okay. Let's take a little bit of health here. We might want to try in the future taking a less balanced approach than I'm doing right now. I'll admit that maybe I'm harping a little too hard on, like, the let's keep everything balanced, but I've heard both sides, you know? The thing is, if you have one person telling you balanced runs don't work, and you got one person telling you balanced runs work. I do tend to like the throwing knives for bleed damage, but I don't think it's necessarily necessary. Then what do you go with? I mean, it's obvious that both of them have a point if they've got skills in the game. Maybe they work, but they're harder to make work. Ooh, man, the Nutcracker. Oh, that little half wall counts as a wall. I'm not necessarily against that. Anything to get those extra crits wherever possible. I have seen people that told me that the Impaler is awesome, so, I mean, I just thought it was the name for my genitals. Gross. Okay, moving on. The joke has been made. I think we're done with this floor. And honestly, I ain't that pleased with it, if I'm being honest. If I'm gonna be honest with you, genuinely, I'm not lying to you. Honestly, no, I'm just making fun of myself for saying the same words over and over now. I'm gonna try to go to the ossuary. I know we did this last time or maybe 2 times ago when we died. Didn't handle ourselves that appropriately on the floor maybe, but hopefully this time we can pop off. I kind of feel like you want to go the hardest path that has the best loot. Always? You know, it's like in Isaac. When you first start playing, you're like, I don't want to take the deal with the devil. What do I need damage up? I need my HP. And sometimes that's true, but I feel like you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you just if you take that approach long term. There's no experience, so that was really, really badly done on my part. There's no experience, so it's not like we're getting leveled up from fighting these guys, but of course the idea is that we should be able to pop off eventually. No, I totally messed that up, but at least we healed a little bit back. I don't think we need, you know, scrolls immediately. We really need to pick up skills immediately. That's what would make me the happiest camper. And I don't see anybody or anything up there except for that obelisk, so I'm going to ignore it for now as we continue to, really on a meta level, try to beat our own personal Everest here, which has been the Watcher. Everybody tells me the Watcher's difficult, so it's not like I'm feeling the burn too badly. I think. Oh, dude. The bow is, like, totally good at taking out these dang Sonic the Hedgehogs. Okay, you've nearly killed me. You proud of yourself? No. Okay. Heal up, heal up. We gotta find these special areas. Sometimes you can see them on the map a little faster, which is why I'm trying to take advantage of that. But with 2 levels of strength, we're not blowing the doors off here in terms of, like, killing enemies with the bow and arrow either, so. We gotta be very, very cautious. We can take enemies out from afar, but it's not fast, and it's certainly not furious. But beyond that, it's not foolproof. There we go. I guess we want both. Extra damage on a poison target, and then corrupted power is the damage booster that we tried so hard to make work last episode, but couldn't. But maybe having the bow, which is a little bit more damage than the electric whip, albeit to a single target if it doesn't pierce, is actually acceptable. Although, I like this. We got a combination here. Both of our skills do more damage to enemies that are afflicted by the status effect that they themselves cause. So I know we got rid of the damage boost, like, right off the bat, but this spam ability actually seems to be holding it together very, very nicely here. So I'm gonna leave that damage boost behind for now, and hope that we come across a kebab soon, because I don't really want to use another heal. The ossuary tends to be quite long. We've done it. So the less heals we can use early, the better. Alright, see, this is working out completely fine here. Now we're just going to go in here and we're going to see what the bear trap is like. If we can stack up on one synergy, I might be persuaded. Fires a volley of arrows and lights enemies on fire. And it's a little faster to use. Lights enemies on fire, enemies burn when they die. Let's give it a try. We're stacking up skills here. It's one of those, like, be careful what you wish for sort of situations. We're like, we want a full loadout. And now we've got, like, an overstuffed loadout. But definitely want this. Any of these weapons can be useful given the right circumstances. +1 skills and 175 extra damage on a frozen target. Enemies burn when they die. +1 health, a swarm of biters crawls from your victims. 207, 307. I think we gotta go for this, even though it's not an attribute bonus. And just because it's got lower DPS, like, the broadsword is the highest, but just because the bloodsword had lower DPS, that doesn't mean it's the worst. Because it does inflict bleed for extra damage, but beyond that, it also has the extra skills upgrade that comes out of it. So we have to think about that, not to mention the fact that the strikes come out a little faster from it, so you never know, in the end, what ends up being the most powerful. I don't think I should have come down here this early. That's what I'm trying to get going here. The oil combined with the fire does get the job done. But right now, the cooldown time is a little bit deleterious. I can't believe I've, like, lost so much economically as well. We're down at 22,000. I mean, we've been buying stuff. It's not like we've gotten, you know, nothing of value. You might think that this is overkill, but I'm actually super stoked. First off, Overkill, my favorite Men at Work song because it's the best Men at Work song, even though there's a lot of great ones. And then secondly, beyond that, don't give me that Down Under spam, okay? Get it out of here. Get that trash out of here. Down Under's also fine, though. The more the merrier, honestly. Sure, would I like to have 3 levels of HP? Yeah. Would I like to have 3 levels of strength? Absolutely, but I can't be mad because I've got the setup that has done so well for me in the past. And that setup is very, very simple. Basically having 2 skills that we can spam. And I don't know, maybe this secondary weapon, like bow and infinite arrows, is going to be good enough for us to destroy enemies from afar. Probably need to stack up a lot of strength to make that happen, but you never know. It could be the ticket. So the prison depths, there was a scrapped episode that was like 11 minutes long that never went up, where I went ossuary prison depths, and I need to get in there and heal, even if he hurts me. So I'm certainly conscious of the fact that the prison depths have a tendency to be quite difficult, so I'm a little scared about that. Ice grenade. 6 arrows, suffer bleed. Does our sword? No, our sword doesn't do extra damage against frozen enemies, so I actually think this is completely fine right now. Like, there's nothing wrong with our existing loadout. At least we can interrupt the obelisk as well. Okay, I do want to fight that elite enemy, but it can't be done just yet. Now it can be done, and he might get dusted extremely quickly here. Admittedly, not as quickly as I thought. Oh, but still really, really quickly. And we've got, grenade. Oh my god, 386 damage seems ridiculous. I think we should go for full spam ability here. It one-tapped an obelisk? This is amazing. Yeah, I think we made the right decision. Even though, you know, we've been swapping a lot lately. I'm not saying the obelisks are like the tankiest enemies in the games. Oh my god. I know that these guys are weak, but they're just so annoying with their placement. Maybe that's, you know, part of the fun of this. Certainly did not one-tap that guy. But we're learning, you know? I do think that the grenade is probably my favorite skill, just because of the raw damage output. I thought maybe that would explode on the wall. Somehow that worked. We're going to keep going until we run out of heals, and then we'll keep going until it looks like we're going to die. So I don't really want to go to the ramparts just yet. I think, you know, 224 is not where we want to be. Oh, there was a timed door just below us. We wouldn't have made it anyway in all likelihood, but still. Is there anything over here? There is. There's an elite enemy. I could use a new secondary, although I'm not, like, displeased with our existing one. So if you're wondering why I was stoked about... Whoa! Just hit him. Just hit him. Just hit him with something! Hit him with anything, dude! Oh my god, that was scary. Okay. We don't need this. We don't need this. Heal up, heal up. So we were out of heals, but we know where our exits are, so I ain't ever scared. That could be a kebab. And the kebab, in this case, could be worth, like, extra items for us, because we have more survivability. Kebab represents hope, instead of just deliciousness. Lovely. Okay, don't pick that up yet. If we need it, we can always come back for it. Not to mention, though, like, it's good for us to be farming as much as possible, so that we can, you know, get ourselves financially back on track. We're still pretty resilient, I think. Pretty tolerant to failure. But if we messed up like 4 runs in a row, we could find ourselves in a pretty tough spot. And I think that's unlikely at present, but not too far outside of the realm of possibility. Are we done? No, not quite. There's a little bit more left. I don't feel like we've gotten nearly enough loot. I am gonna go Prison Depths. Straight up. Johnny Prison Depp. You don't want to mess with Prison Depp. Captain Jack Sparrow? Nah. Captain Knife Stabby. Does sound like his pornography name. You're not wrong. So you've healed to maximum. But I refuse to believe, first off, that anybody feels the way I do about you now, because all the roads that light the way are blinding. That's not the lyric. But there are many things that I would like to pick up now instead of a bow. It's not an exit. There's got to be something down here. What is going on? Toxic cloud. Oh, he's done it. Phaser. Flammable oil. Tempting, but not my speed, I think. Okay. So we're going to go Prison Depths. I do feel a little underpowered, and the Prison Depths have some of the most annoying enemies. In particular, Spider Tank. We haven't seen Spider Tank in like at least 6 or 7 episodes. Spider Tank is a total jerk. This could be a little bit of a shorter episode. It's not my intention. It's just an episode in which we're taking the kid gloves off and going for the, you know, going for the maximum possible benefit and reward. I don't know why I put my points in a lightning bolt. I guess it was just A button inertia. Prison Depths. You heard of Ed Wood? Yeah, well now it's Punch Face. Enemies, I believe they just get tankier the further you go down. So, you know, it's kind of a... I wouldn't necessarily call it half-assed as like an insult. But the fact that the same enemies exist floor after floor, many of them just get tankier. Of course, there are some new ones. Don't take it as like those guys are still super easy. I mean, they're still at the same like relative ease. Like the green guys are still easier to kill than the Sonic the Hedgehogs and etc. But we need to level up if we're gonna take them out as easily. I don't know if they gain proportionally like 1 level of strength per floor or something, but okay, early item is really nice. Thank you for not just being bats. +1 strength. It's tough. It's a tough one. I think I'm going to try it for the +1 strength and the fact that it's high level, but we do lose burning synergy, but if we can just get a burning synergy on our primary or secondary weapon, then all is forgiven, I think. That felt great. The spider tanks, still terrible. But I have a dream, and we're going to make this happen. Enemies burn when they die. I mean, that is a secondary weapon. The bow has been pretty good, though. Do I really want to... you know what? I don't think we need the bow 1,000,000%. Because we do have the grenade, which is very spammable. Plus, dude, Kicking a Bird. It's my favorite Judas Priest song. Although I will say enemies burning when they die doesn't seem to be as valuable as I might have originally anticipated. So I worry that you gotta kill the spider tank as soon as possible, or he's just gonna endlessly spam birds at you. I don't know what to call them except for birds. Probably a good time for us to pick up a level of HP. That solves that problem. We might want to go back for the bow and infinite arrows. We also may want to swing our sword instead of kicking every enemy that exists, but... Hey man, the heart wants what the heart wants. So it's basically the same thing, except it fires a volley of arrows. It's still got the flammable oil mechanic that I don't really care about, but multiplying flame damage could be useful. If we could replace the sandals with it, we'd be like, yeah, dude, third grenade, thank you very much. We're not doing too badly down here, though. Oh, it's stealth priests. Priests in disguise. Stealth preachers, clergies in disguise. It sort of works, don't deny it. So we're going straight up skills build again because the more damage... Well, it doesn't even matter that it's like the more damage our grenades do, the better. It's really just like we're using that for all of our damage anyway. That was like 30 cells almost. In fact, it might have even been more. Oh, stealth priests. That felt great. Okay, we've already seen the bear trap. It's not our jam. As far as I'm concerned, we pretty much got a dream come true down here. I'm super stoked we picked up another level of HP. After the depths, do we go straight to the Black Bridge? Because I am ready to fight the boss at present, so I can only imagine what I'm gonna feel like in a little bit if we manage to keep getting even stronger here. That was a super bummer. Oh, we were only down 20 HP. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. The run's actually completely working out. We can't light these guys on fire. I like if they look at you like, hey, don't do that. If you do that again, there's gonna be trouble. Yeah, just try it, buddy. Give me something to write on. Okay. Just careful, no spikes. A lot of platforming going on down here, but the loot has been worth it so far. I think I could get one-tapped. That was extremely lucky, because if I had had to swing at him, I would have been knocked onto the spikes and possibly died. Dropping a bomb when you roll, I think it's one of those things that seems better than it is. Mild bummer. I do see a kebab there. Mild bummer that we didn't get anything more valuable from the elite, but it is what it is. We've also gotten like 75 cells on this floor alone, so... I am in the market for a new weapon, so... I see that it's Balance Blade 5, plus 1 health, 30% extra damage on a bleeding target. I don't know. The Bronze Sword with more damage, the burn effect... when they die, at least. Seems... I'm not going to say more valuable, but it seems valuable. Just keep exploring here. This floor's been good to us so far, and it continues to get even better. There's a strength upgrade. I'm starting to feel good. 445 before the Black Bridge. Extra damage on a burning target. It's Knife Storm. It's pretty good. I mean, the bleed on that is like 1,000 per second. It's Knife Storm 7. Does it replace the grenade? Light him on fire, then hit him with the Knife Storm? 30% extra damage on a bleeding target. I know we've been rolling a lot of fire grenade combo lately, but how can I say no when it's just crushing it for us? My recent experience in Dead Cells is really, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think we're completely content to get rid of the sandals, which I should not be using anyway. And then the Frost Blast saves a lot of potential trouble on this run. When dealing with enemies who are large and in charge. I mean, it does seem decent. I'm not going to deny it. Stop. Okay, go for him. Frost blast him. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, being able to kill, and we're not going to see anything down here until we hit that switch. Being able to just constantly freeze annoying enemies is going to be great for us. Oh, dude, extra damage against a frozen target, too. We gotta replace broadsword with broadsword. This one's even better, and then it does extra damage on frozen enemies. We're starting to build like a weird set of conflicting synergies, though. Because we got fire and ice. The two are in like actual literal direct opposition. Sorry, we got most of our health back. That was very close. I had a feeling he was still gonna pop. Alright. Another health upgrade. This is some of the strongest I think we've ever been. Against, well, if we make it to the first boss, this is some of the strongest we'll have ever been by the time we get there. It's a very, very large floor as well, but statistically we're in a great spot. So you know this is gonna be the Black Bridge. So we might as well explore more. We've only used one of our heals, so... We actually explored the whole thing on the first try. That's like never happened. I'm the happiest man on planet Earth right now. I do wish we had a little bit more time to get stacked, but dude, 86 cells. I'm giddy. Our multiplicative damage bonuses are gonna be off the flipping charts here. 86 cells, we should definitely crank into that broadsword a little bit. We got another 73 left. Let's... Well, I mean, let's go. But also, yeah, I mean, why not? The Impaler. Oh, no, it's an Impaler. I must protect myself. There's the weapon that left me bitter. Want to get a swarm of bugs that I could mispronounce as bitter. It doesn't work at all, because they're the same word, but also slightly niche reference of Montreal. Oh no, she's a rejecter. Okay, so I want to, like, dust. Why don't you stay frozen? He will not freeze. I think I've figured out how I'm going to handle this, dude. He actually got an attack off. If he's on fire, he can't get frozen. Is that correct? I mean, it makes sense. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense. I think that was his last invincibility. Dude, freeze, you so-and-so. It's like he evolved to be immune to my freeze. Easy fight. Should have healed. Didn't have to, but should have healed. Now, the Fjord is a great time for me, and thus the world. Why do I like the Fjord so much? It is Loot City, USA. Only 12 cells, but easy money there regardless. I'm really hoping, like, this is the most patient I've ever been in, like, a roguelite series I've ever done. I resolved myself to the idea that episodes are going to be long, and ever since then, Life has been a lot easier for me in Dead Cells than it started as. Why aren't enemies staying frozen? It's like if I hit them with something, they don't freeze. It's another grenade. This is grenade 5. Well, it's not as good, is it? Does have freezing synergy. I'll tell you straight up, we don't want lightning bolt. Might as well just go. Is that really the way it works, though? It's like, if I freeze you, you do not freeze. It's like I've got damage just from standing near you or something. It's still good for a slowdown, don't get me wrong, but... No, I still got the respawn. Might be very useful when it comes to the Watcher fight. Oh, get some extra chicken. See, like, that's what gets me. It's like when they come out of the freeze without me perceiving to have hit them, but I might be misjudging the situation somehow. Anyway, we're still beyond where we should be strength-wise by this stage in the game, so I'm loving life. Fire Grenade 5. It's just not as good. Extra damage on a burning target. Well, I have to be honest with you. As much as I've enjoyed the Frost Blast shenanigans, and I do like the freezing synergy as well, extra damage on a burning target certainly seems like really good for the run that we've built for ourselves here. Like, to be able to light them on fire and then just hang back seems very positive. For me, hello. Extra damage on a burning target. Enemies release a toxic cloud when they die. Yeah. I'm liking the fire synergy. I'm gonna stick with what we got for now. Free scrolls are always gonna be like my favorite thing. We're now at 555. Extra damage on poison targets. Extra damage on bleeding targets. Nah, I don't think we want to take the twin daggers. The broadsword is fine. Wouldn't surprise me if the general consensus is that I overrate it. But, I'm down with it. I don't even think we need the extra damage synergy from the bow and infinite arrows, but I'm not insulted by its existence. Do we even need, the door to go up, or are we just set now? I think we're still gonna need the door. He's coming down. Be careful. Wow. Wow. We've recovered enough that I'm not mad, but I'm still extremely mad. Okay. We're doing fine, actually. We're doing better than usual on the fjord. Which makes sense, because, you know, I'm not really freaking out about it either. Quite happy with the way the situation looks. The more the merrier as far as upgrades go. Firebrand is sort of tempting if it's got good attributes associated with it, which it definitely does not. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Every other run we've had that's made it to the Watcher, I've been like, it's not that good. You know, if we die on the Watcher, I'm not gonna be that mad, and the reasoning for that is very simple. I have no expectations to beat him. On this one, I'm starting to think I've got expectations to beat him. By the way, if you have tips for improving my chances against the Watcher, please let me know. Like, if this run goes south, I think I might be at the point of, like, wanting a Watcher-specific build that I can maybe tailor my run towards. Tim the Toolman, Jonathan Taylor Thomas our run towards. Didn't need to handle it like that, but all worked out. I know I just very recently talked about this actually being like a completely acceptable approach. We'll just heal. But maybe I am getting a little screwed by my own desire to balance the run. Like, balance all of our attributes. Might instead be better off just going, like, strength skills and then whatever HP shows up. Which I actually sort of feel is what this run is like. I think I've predominantly gone in strength and skills when given the choice. Wow! That was handled so poorly. Okay. Heal up. We're relatively okay. I don't want to use my respawn yet, obviously. I don't want to use my respawn ever, if possible. Frost-related slowdown lasts 4 times longer. Yeah, but, like... it's not what we're looking for. We'd like a strictly better grenade and fire grenade, if possible. So we're going skills still. And we've now completed everything in this direction. Is this the one that we went up? No, it's this one right here. Oh, you could just walk over it. Wait, he's gonna teleport. Dude, I'm just being honest. You should teleport if you want to survive, because otherwise you're not long for this world. He's already dead. Still got 2 heals. 0% sweating. I'm like Magellan. I'm so jealous. It almost seems criminal, the fact that you can spam these so quickly. I'm like Katniss Everdeen, except good. That's needlessly cynical. I like the first 2 Hunger Games films, and I choose not to think about the final 2, because I value my own time. No offense, the late Philip Seymour Hoffman and the lovely Julianne Moore. Oh, another item? I told you, dude, it's a loot central from Ubisoft. I don't know. What do you think? The oil grenade over the regular grenade? Charging time on this and the fire grenade are like almost the same. Plus it gives us a strength upgrade. I think we should give it a shot. And if it doesn't work out, we can always come back. But you and I both know I'm probably not going to come back. But let's see. Let's see how this works. Okay. Very bad first impression. That is also completely my own fault. That's where we got the oil grenade from. Okay, just make it back. You always are going to go right trigger, left trigger here. The initial damage is a lot worse. So we are going to need the burn damage to be better. Is it? I don't know, but that, I mean, seemed pretty sweet right there. Another free scroll. That's the other thing that's nice is that I don't need to be like right next to an enemy to make it pop. It would be nice to have a bow that lights enemies on fire. I know that our present one is synergistic, but if we could launch on demand, basically, well, I mean, a firebrand would do it too, but if we could launch weapons on demand that could light the oil on fire from afar, that would be a positive, I think. But I still think that if it's the wrong decision, it's not the wrong decision by much. Now, can I afford for something to be the wrong decision by anything? Perhaps not. But for now, pretty much everywhere, it's gonna be hot. Then I don't need a jacket. Okay, so right trigger, left trigger. If you can do it every 3 seconds, you you should do it every 3 seconds. It's like Canadian rock band Sloan said, if it feels good, do it. Even if you shouldn't, don't let people mess you around. They said it like that. Don't even question me. Dude, I'm going for it. This is the run. I can't be stopped. Surely this will assuage concerns that I'm throwing the run, because I have the dream situation. I just want to... I don't like fighting enemies from afar. But we have... Well, I mean, I love fighting enemies from afar, but I don't like triggering enemies that can also hit me. Only 3 enemies left to go. I think I got my sights on some, too. He's done it. Dude, look at that. I mean, we did it all for gold, which is not really that awesome. But we're tearing it up here. I really think this is our first best chance in quite some time. Oh, the sneeze, though. What did I tell you? You might have said, NL, I don't hear a dang sneeze. What did I freaking tell you? Dude. Okay, so maybe that's the actual advantage of the oil here. Are you seeing how the stacks of fire multiply as time goes on? He basically healed up there. You know what? Just go down. Just go down. We're looking for scrolls. You know we're fighting that next boss. Oh, dude, we got scrolls. I'm going skills. The skills are doing it. Sure. Now, immediately after getting those skills, I was like, we should get HP. But, you know, what's done is done. There's another item. It's Meat Grinder. +1 health. It does seem like it's high damage, but there is a level of, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it that I'm kind of coming from right here. He's done. You know what? You got me. Just come down onto the fire, please. So I do have a bit of a track record of kind of squandering this exact position, using too many heals, forcing myself into a tight spot. Just in general, kind of squandering a good setup. So I am cognizant of that, and I'm intending to be cautious moving forwards. I think I've actually decided that the oil grenade was the right choice, because the amount of spread you get on the flames actually allows it, in like ideal circumstances, to take down more than one pod of enemies simultaneously. And I do feel like sometimes I kind of ignore the fact that the oil, I mean, it's not like a high damage get most of the time, but it does do damage on its impact, so I don't think it's necessarily worth it on that regard alone, but I think the kind of like associative effect we got going on here is quite nice. We just healed for way more than we ever have, I think, on a ranged attack. 2 heals down, but this seems like where we're probably going to grab the key, which means we can head back, but we may not want to yet. Things do get a little dicey sometimes down in the tombs, but while we got 2 heals, why not look, man? This feels like it could be the run. And if it's not, honestly, Dead Cells is, at least at present, like the roguelite that makes me the least salty. Something about, like, I'm respecting the process for once. The process of, like, due diligence. And sure, is it hard for me to sustain focus for an hour of roguelike fun? Sometimes. Just need my heals back, please. Thank you. That was actually very well done, I think. Sure it is. But, I can't deny that the process is working out for us, and hopefully it gives you a good excuse to have, like, an extended breakfast or something. People were like, NL, I watch your videos while I eat lunch. Well, take a long lunch, buddy. Tell your boss NL said it's okay. Note, I hold, like, literally zero responsibility for what happens to your employment as a result of saying that. It's just like all around, we've got this set up. Doesn't really matter which direction, I guess. We're at 587. So I would like, if possible, to raise our HP. Although, to be fair, that was a nice throw. To be fair, I had the opportunity to raise HP and chose to raise skills instead. In my defense, according to Napoleon Dynamite, girls only want boyfriends who have great skills, so... Which one of us is being silly, chat? Probably me, because you're not chat, you're YouTube, but you get the idea. Chad YouTube is my favorite Friday the 13th character. At least we healed some. Okay, 45,000. Financially, we've largely recuperated. Even though we've spent a ton of money on this run as well. Wow, that's the biggest whiff. Give me a movie poster for the biggest whiff. Just about stinky flatus. Flatulence? Flatus? I think they both work. Extra damage on a burning target. You can use it more frequently. But it takes one strength away. Again, I'm tempted, but also, like, frightened. Like, what? I didn't mean to buy that! I mean, it's a waste of money, but... An oil grenade that does extra damage on a burning target seems like, focusing on the wrong thing there. We don't care if the oil grenade does more damage. The oil grenade is strictly a support class, skill. Oh, dude. There's two of you, huh? Anyway, extra level of HP, it is what we need. I have heard, well, people have told me, at least. Anecdotally, dude, that was a lot of damage out of the bow and arrow on that burning target. People have told me anecdotally the level you want to be at is like, no, oh, extra damage on a burning target? But you take 1.5. I can't do it. You want to be at, like, between 7 and 8 levels of everything, if possible. So if we're at 687, 5309... I don't think that's the actual area code, but you get the idea. If we're even, like, in the race there, I'm a very happy man. Wow, I am no longer happy about that, at least. And now the true evil of the of this area becomes known. Can't light enemies on fire if they're underwater. Just watch out for spikes. There's a lot of spiky situations down here. Oh, okay. Gonna be a little scary here. That's fine. That hook bothers me very little. Gotta cut something on the Usher tour. He had to let it burn. Careful. Like, sincerely, not just careful. Very careful. This is a dicier position than it might originally look like. You know, we can get dusted pretty easily if we're not being careful. You might say, why open with the oil grenade? But honestly, like, the reasoning that I have is very simple. I open with the oil grenade because it's still guaranteed damage one way or the other. You know what? I can beat this guy. Wish I hadn't taken any hits, but that's fine. I think this is gonna be the one, dude. That's more of the approach I'd like to take. We've got to be getting close to the exit here. This will be a big moment for us as a society. Where were you when NL had his best chance ever to beat the Watcher? I can't believe that sort of worked. Is this it? Insufferable Crypt. I thought there was like... Yeah, there's like a level back here that I'm not prepared to leave this floor without peeping, because I still don't know what the map necessarily means, but I'm pretty sure that purple equals shop. So, it does appear that there's one more shop down here we might have a chance to grab before we leave, and I'd like to do so. The gold is irrelevant. Trinkets and baubles. Hoagies and grinders, navy beans, navy beans. Meatloaf sandwich? What's the last thing? Oh! A blueprint? That is a rarity. I almost feel bad for that one. Dusted. It's the dusting 2.0. And then the third dusting, which is considered the worst in the franchise before it gets rebooted. All pendants. Slightly disappointing. But hey, dude. Don't bring me down. Take a good run and make it better. Remember to level more of your health, then you will stealth into the Watcher. Dead cells, don't make it hard. Take a bad boss and make it easy. Dude, grappling hook. Kinda like it. Definitely not gonna take it right now. Yes, just like Scorpion. Haha. Remember to use both of your grenades. You'll have it made and make it farther, farther, farther. Majo, fajo, majo, fajo. Let's see, it says many copyright infringements as possible there. NL, please stop. Alright, let's stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. So we still got an issue against the Watcher, and that's, I find him hard to hit. Yeah, and he apparently does not share the same problem that I have. But we did recover some of our HP. The dude's burning. Should heal. That was a bad time for it, but life goes on. As long as they're oiled, they will burn. No matter when it happens. That was real close. Just one left. Okay. Good start. We got a long way to go. The burn is not insignificant. That was pretty bad of me. But we basically healed up completely. Oh. Yep, that was actually substantially terrible. But let's heal up. At least we got burning on the ground here, so if he just comes in this direction, we'll still dust him. Okay, we probably should heal again, but we can wait. What do you think the odds are of a kebab dropping? Probably pretty low, huh? He was done. Okay, this is a much better, like, second phase than we've had against this guy in a long time. How did you not burn? Okay, I mean, you gotta heal. That's unfortunate, but it's the honest to goodness truth in case it's not abundantly clear. And you gotta get your health back. Well, okay, we've cheated death. Have I lost hope? Absolutely not. You see the damage right there? That's the good stuff. We made it out. We made it out. Is there any reason not to heal right now? Yes, we don't know what attack he's going to do. Now we should heal. Good. Decent work. Just keep him burning. 152 ticks per second. Or 152 damage per tick, I should say. Not that bad. What are you doing, buddy? My God. He never dies, dude. They're all oiled already. Keep them oiled. Well oiled. And I'm thinking, like, try not to use your roll until that exact thing happens. We killed one and recovered so much HP in the process. That was pretty bad, but... Okay, you're slipping? You're slipping a lot. That was your last heal. I think it's possible. There's so many tentacles, dude! No! These are not fair attacks. Well, we basically have to not get hit for the rest of the fight, almost. No. God damn it. I really thought that was the one. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. I'm gonna go drown my sorrows. I don't know how to beat this guy, dude. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Promise is more frustrating for me than it is for you. But as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.